Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Shannon Mowdy in for Laura Papetti. Spokane police are investigating after an overnight shooting sent one man to the hospital. This happened at North Regal and East Wellesley around 8 last night. And when police got there, they say they found one man with a bullet wound. He is expected to be okay after treatment at the hospital. But at this point, SPD has no information on a suspect and says there's no direct threat to the community. A Post Falls police officer who died of a heart attack while on duty will be laid to rest this weekend. Nicholas McDaniel's funeral is Saturday in Post Falls. The family has asked for privacy as they mourn, so the funeral won't be open to the public. If you do want to show your support, you can line the procession route along Real Life Ministries Church and the Evergreen Cemetery. We are nearing the 1-year mark of the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. And students at the University of Idaho are now planning a vigil for Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. The vigil is set for Monday, November 13th at 6 p.m. on the UI administration lawn. The university is also asking vandals across the country to turn on their porch lights from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time in solidarity. 4 students will speak at the event, one from each of the 4 students' Greek chapters. A construction alert for you in North Spokane. The southbound lanes of Country Homes Boulevard will be closed until 3 this afternoon. That closure's between Wall and Jefferson Street. Spokane County Public Works says an underground spring broke through, flooding the roadway. This Monday and Tuesday, Country Homes Boulevard from Wall and Jefferson Street will be closed completely so crews can install a pipe to drain the water. Right now, it is just 2 after the hour. Let's get with Thomas Patrick with a look at our weather. And it looks like we have a small break in the rain today, Thomas.
Yeah, we'll take that, Shannon, because this is going to be a very wet stretch of weather between yesterday, where we got about 2/3 of an inch of rain in Spokane. And when we look at tomorrow's forecast, almost identical. So today is nice to have an in-between day and not 2 straight days of just absolutely soaking rains. Right now, it's just overcast, cloudy skies. I did see a little peek of some sunshine within the last hour, so there's a little bit of hope for the afternoon to squeeze out maybe, again, a little bit of sunshine. Got a chance to hit the 50s today, but conditions just will stay overall cloudy, and you see that rain icon right at the midnight hour. I think that's about when we'll start to see our next batch of rain. Same looking system as what we had yesterday. It's an atmospheric river, all that cloud cover already pushing closer towards western Washington. Of course, this weekend is also the end of daylight saving time, so we'll trade an hour of sunshine at the end of the day for the morning hours. So the morning sunrise on Sunday will be 6:39 a.m. However, the sunset 4:26 p.m. and it will be well before 5 o'clock for several months.
New developments to tell you about after an off-duty pilot was accused of trying to shut off engines mid-flight last month. Now passengers are suing Alaska Airlines. 3 passengers filed a class action suit calling on Alaska and affiliate Horizon Air to create more rigorous pre-flight screening of pilots. They also want an explanation from the airline about what happened. Joseph Emerson faces federal and state charges in Oregon for trying to shut off the engines while riding in the cockpit's extra seat. He told investigators he had taken psychedelic mushrooms 2 days before and hadn't slept in over 40 hours.
What the airlines may have done to try to determine whether he in fact met the criteria that are mandated for pilots. I think the message we're trying to send here is that we're trying to make the skies safer.
The lawsuit also accuses the airline of downplaying how serious the situation was. Emerson graduated from Cheney High School. He pleaded not guilty to all charges. And we are just 4 days out from Election Day, and ballot boxes in Washington have been open for 2 weeks. Most voters so far, though, have been over the age of 65, but one small group of students is hoping to change that. Students at the community school in North Spokane took part in a roundtable about why it's important to vote. Josie Creasy says even though she's not old enough to vote, she's already trying to teach her friends the importance of their civic duty.
My voice matters as well as all of my peers, and I think it's important because this is going to be our future that I'm going to have to live in.
Now, the county says voters have submitted more than 66,000 ballots for this year's election, but of those, only about 5% have been from 18 to 24-year-olds. Almost 38% have come from voters 65 and older. Those numbers could still change. Half of ballots don't come in until Election Day, but even then, the majority of those are from older adults. With only 4 days until the election, the county auditor recommends getting your ballot in sooner rather than later. In our effort to bring you more to every story, we're also looking into how ballot returns compare to previous elections. So far for this election, returns are significantly lower than last year's midterm. The 2022 Spokane County midterm election saw a 62% voter turnout. Only about 18% of total voters have returned their ballots so far this year. If you want more information about races, candidates, propositions, or anything on your ballot in Spokane County, KREM 2 has you covered. Just text the word VOTE to 509-448-2000. We'll text you a link to our comprehensive voter guide. There you'll find everything you need to know before casting your ballot.